After seeing Marjorie at the grand feast, Raven is a little concerned for her academy sweetheart. The usually bright young woman now carries dark circles and frostbitten lips. Most of their dates take place in Dragon Valley's library, between history books and ancient volumes. When it becomes tedious, Raven heads off to spend some time with Angel at Verdington Stables. She's getting more comfortable riding the magical lake horse, and the two are developing a close bond. After days apart, Raven has gotten a message from Marjorie calling her to the stones. When she arrives, the blonde woman is muttering feverishly under her breath, tracing fingers over the crumbling blocks. Kogero Lorente Brien. She has learned enough pieces of an old tongue to decipher the story of the ruins. It was a shrine dedicated to the other side and belonged to a circle of witches. Until something terrible happened and the witches destroyed themselves. As Marjorie speaks, she returns to the old tongue, and sparks erupt above her, whirling down her body. Unknowingly, she has awoken wild witch magic, and the strange powers of the land transform her.
Hello everyone, this is Fantasy-esque, and welcome back to the Sims 3 Fairy Amazon Royal Saga with the Verdington Fae Court. Before we begin, I want to say a very special welcome to my channel members. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it immensely. We are picking up quite late on Monday night at 8 p.m. For the kids, it's pretty late, and for us to be out, it's pretty late. But the princess is having her birthday, and I thought it would be nice for us to come outside somewhere different. We're visiting the Nectary, which you guys might be familiar with. I'm pretty sure you are. We have been here several times. But we haven't really used this upstairs portion, so I thought, let's have a little get-together up here. Now, the princess is a loner, and she does not want, a huge celebration, a huge party that is befitting of an heiress. I'm sure the queen doesn't entirely understand, and neither does the minister, but since we did have the grand feast recently, the queen's decided, okay, I'll calm down, and we'll just have a private gathering with all of the court members for our little princess. And I'm so excited, because she's gonna be a teen! Now, our princess, right? It is unlikely that she's gonna pair up with any lord, or any prince, because the princes are all of her brothers, and then the only lord that was unrelated to her is now, together with Morida. That was Lord Odin. And the other Lord Kyle is actually her nephew. So, that's not going to work out. Who knows? She might find someone, on her own, kind of like how Raven did. She found Marjorie, so that might be something that happens to her. Regardless, we're not going to waste any time because I've already kind of bumbled around trying to set these guys up. So let me go ahead and just pop down a cake right over here, which the princess is carrying. And let's see if we can get everyone. We need to drag everyone up here, actually. So I'm sorry to everyone who's doing stuff all around the Nectary at this point. But you need to come. Oh, whoa. Sparrow. Is Sparrow still at the castle? Well, for whatever reason, Sparrow decided that she wants to stay at home. I guess if that's what she wants. Everyone else, let's come up here. Look, Celine's here. Okay, Raven, I need you up as well. Everyone's doing fairly good, though. They're doing fairly good. I mean, even the minister came. Well, to be honest, the minister is the one who probably arranged all of this. No, Morida, don't go down. Stay up here. Stay up here, ladies, because we need to blow out the candles, cut the birthday cake, have her age up, see what she's going to become. Now, normally I randomize their traits, but Queen Ivy did have a wish for her daughter to be a genius. So if we can select her traits, we will be making the princess a genius. Oh, I don't know. Should I stick with the... Oh, jeez. I feel like this happens every time with the princess. Every flippin' time. Okay. I had like a full-on cake set up. We came out here and everything, and I was gonna just line up the ladies and then have her blow out the candles. You guys remember, right? A couple episodes back when she was aging up from a toddler, we had like this beautiful balcony set up, and then she aged up on like the castle steps, and now she's just aging up on her own while waiting for a turn to play darts. Child. Okay. Well, normally I always randomize their traits, and I was thinking, should I compromise on that? Because, the queen had a wish. But you know what? I'm thinking no. She's a C student, so, actually she's a B student. Regardless, I'm thinking it'll be more fun if we just stick to the randomization. If she gets genius somehow magically, then that's great. But if she doesn't, then, well, not everything a parent wants comes into fruition, especially for their children. And when it comes to personalities and traits. But I'm curious to see how she will have developed as a child. Like, how did her childhood influence the kind of teen she's going to become? And she's a worrisome child because she's a dangerous fairy, so we kind of need to keep tabs on that. Now, she doesn't have a whole heap of friends. Just to recap, literally, she's best friends with her mother, the queen, and then she's actually friends with Marjorie, the new witch in town. In fact, guys, the only witch in town. So I will chat a little bit more about that in a second, but we need to see Princess Snow. Now, she looks up to Raven, but unfortunately, like, look at that. Raven is, like, the furthest in her relationship panel. She has nothing. No relationship, like no friendship with her whatsoever. A good thing is that she doesn't have like a dislike for anyone. So thank goodness, because we don't want her to dislike someone. And actually, neither does Raven. It's kind of funny. None of our dangerous fairies dislike anyone. So, hey, well, that's really good. But okay, let's let the princess age up. And I'm excited to see her appearance and everything. Okay, Princess Snow. Give us what you got. Here she goes. And, oh my goodness, hello. Oh no. Oh no. The princess has developed the unstable trait. And I'm fairly sure this is the trait that makes your Sims constantly change personalities. So, I don't know, we'll have to see what happens with that, and if we can get that fixed. Or, she might just have flip her personality from time to time, and then we'll have to maybe get our sorceress or someone to actually take her through some magical therapy and get that all cured. So we'll have to see. But, okay, princess, unstable princess. Now, I have not played with that trait in a long time. But, let's see. Yep, so feel out of sorts, will experience delusional episodes that may permanently change their traits. Oh goodness, guys. I am very concerned for the future of our Fae court. We have an unstable heiress. A really unstable heiress. An absolute mental case. Okay. Well, she has a beautiful face. That I will admit. She has a lovely face. We just have to give her a bit of a makeover. Okay. She has a very nice face. I will say that. But, oh, no. Hello, Celine. Hello. We were not chatting about you. We were chatting about the princess. But, my goodness, darling. Let's just kind of let everyone have their bit of cake, maybe? I don't know if they are going to cut the cake. No, they're not, because we didn't get to cut the cake. Of course we didn't. Well, nobody really needs to blow out candles at this point. We'll just pop the cake back in, which, how embarrassing is that? Yikes. Okay, well, I am going to give her a makeover, and then we'll be right back. And then we'll also probably, hopefully, maybe, get to chat about Raven's Academy sweetheart, Marjorie. We might even catch up tomorrow and chat then. I guess everyone's they have time. I'm sure everyone's awake. She's a teen. They can stay up a little late and party at night, I'm sure. But let me fix her up, and then we'll be right back. Okay, here is our beautiful Princess Snow Verdington, the heiress to our throne. And most prized member of the Fae court after the Queen, of course, because she is going to be taking the crown in the next generation. But I am so excited to finally see this dress, which I have had slated for my princesses for a while now. But I couldn't use it on our noble girls, of course. It's especially reserved for our royal female members. But look at how proud of herself our princess is. Now, I feel like her color scheme as she's getting older is looking more and more daring. I mean, look at... Hold on a second. Look at her nails. She has actually got some nails on her, which are very bright purple, and I love that. I feel like she looks dignified, but a slight bit kind of crazy and kind of, I don't know if I want to say unhinged, which is probably very much her, but dangerous as well. So Raven, I feel like, kind of hides a bit of that, Danger Fairy vibe in the way she dresses. She seems beautiful, but not exactly sinister. Whereas I feel like the princess almost looks like she's so pretty something's about to go wrong, But she's hungry. She's very hungry. So we're definitely gonna feed her in a bit, but I can't, oh geez. Let's get a look at her face. Let's get a bit of a look. She's making a whole bunch of these nasty kind of faces because she really wants to go ahead and just eat something. I will let you, but look at how lovely she looks. Doesn't she look wonderful? Really, she does, but dangerous. I'm telling you, dangerous. She looks like she could flip a switch, which is, her personality, but she looks like she could flip a switch and murder someone at night. Am I the only one who gets that vibe? I very much do. Yeah. She's just on a... I am so scared. I am so scared for everyone in her generation that is going to be under her rule. Like, who knows what's going to happen to them? Who knows? Even Raven didn't scare me this much. I think it's due to appearance partly as well. Okay, everyone's heading on home. Unfortunately, we didn't have that. It's already 1 a.m. We didn't have that grand of a time because it was like too late, and then she didn't even get to cut out her birthday cake. She just aged up, and she's a teen, so she has to be heading home. So yeah, she's a bit miserable. She's gonna go home though. The other ladies I am going to send home as well, and I think everyone's gonna follow, which is good. But it's nice to have a princess as a teen, I will admit. It is very nice to have a princess as a teen. And we have quite a few days until she's gonna go ahead and, she's gonna have her aging up into a young woman, so we've got time with her. But a bit of a different kind of appearance to when she was a child, because that was very purple and very vibrant, and I feel like it looked a bit snobbish, but it wasn't dark, whereas now she's got the teal in her dress, which takes prominence over the purple, so she just looks more dangerous. Like, I don't think she is someone the younger kids would want to go out of their way to say hello to. Like, I think she would just terrify them. At least she would terrify me if I was a young one in the castle. Okay, let's go have some food. Now, I'm wondering, is there a way that you can maybe cure that instability? I think normally when they get unstable, you just send them to, when their traits change. I think you have some time, so if you send them to the hospital... See, look! If you're suffering from instability, you can be, admitted for that. And I didn't realize you could engineer a baby, but you can, apparently. So that's kind of cool. That is very, very cool. So, we'll have to keep an eye out if she just goes ahead and, starts having some issues. Ooh, the sky looks pretty. If she starts having some issues with her personality, I think our sorceress is going to have to accompany her to the hospital to make sure that she gets the magical treatment that she has to. But now it is flipping 3 a.m. and it's Morida's birthday, of course it is. So I'm probably going to let our ladies rest up, and then we have probably a different location we're going to head to for Morida's birthday. So it is one birthday after another. Ladies, my goodness. Don't worry guys, I will definitely get around to talking about our new witch in town, Marjorie, because I'm sure a bunch of you are curious about that. But we need to sort out these birthdays that are piling up first. So, let me just get everyone sleeping, and then I'll see you next time. We are picking up the next evening, and everyone has gathered together in the Bloody Mary Tavern, which is a new place that we have popped into town. But a few of our Sims are cranky, particularly the princess. Now, she stayed up very late for her own birthday celebrations, and then she had to go to academy the next day. She has had no sleep. She is very cranky, especially because it's Morida's birthday, and Morida's own mother, Morrigan, decided not to come because she wasn't in a good mood. She was like starving and her hygiene was low. So she decided to stay home, and the princess is just so aggravated by that. She doesn't understand why she has to be dragged out of the castle in her comfort zone to attend this event for someone who's not even a royal, right? She's not that close with Morida, and I think she doesn't feel as though Morida's special enough to warrant this much of her time. So she's heading on back home. She's like, nope. She's heading back home. Now the thing with Celine, she also has problems with being in crowds, but Celine's mature about it, because even though she doesn't like being in a crowd, look, she's decided to stay and actually, carry on with this birthday celebration. And be respectful, because as one of the she's the oldest of the next generation, so she does see that what she does is important to the youngsters, and she wants them to feel, like they belong. So she is doing her best, which good on her, but we're not going to waste any time. And oh my goodness, Morida, why are you drinking? We'll just say that is non-alcoholic. But let's not waste time. I don't want another incident like what happened to the princess. So we're just gonna blow out her candles, like right off the bat. Come on, Morida. Let's blow out your candles, and let's see what she's gonna be. She's brave, perceptive, a klepto, and lucky. So where'd she go? Come on, Morida. Are you not gonna have your birthday celebrations? Hold on a second. Woman, no. She's getting hooked to the drinks. Come on, Morida. Come this way. Come on before you start having your birthday, without the cake. Let's not do that a second time. Come on. You can do it. Make it around to the cake. Here we go. Spin around. Oh, jeez. Well, that was helpful. I spun my camera so that we could see her face, and then she just went on the other side anyways. But I love the ambience of this place. Love the ambience. Let me just quickly show you guys what it looks like on the outside. I got this from the exchange. Look at how cool this lot is. Okay, there's a tree. There's a tree that's hiding. There we go. Look at how cool this lot is. I will put the name of the creator in the description, so if you guys want, you can find that and download it for yourself. But it's got such a dark vibe, and love it. Love it. Definitely feels like it's for the older crowd. And to be honest, Morida and the princess were the only youngsters here. But now she's going to be kind of joining the others, which is very exciting. And she's a sorceress. I feel like this dog vibe definitely suits her. And what is this? She did steal a grieving fairy sculpture from somewhere. But she wants to return it as well. So that kind of is in line with the personality, I guess, because she is kind of brave and perceptive. And if she is stealing things, it's, to investigate. Not because she wants to actually be a thief. No. She's just trying to investigate to make sure that there's nothing iffy going on anywhere. But I'm super excited for her to be a young adult. We'll have 3 young adults in the next generation, which will be super fun. And here we go. Oh, star quality trait. So I kind of, I'm interpreting that as Morida finding fame because of the fact that she is kind of brave and perceptive. And I think something you guys mentioned when she was younger is that maybe she uses that in tandem with a klepto trait to go ahead and maintain the spy network that her mother has going on, but essentially spy work, right? So I kind of like the idea that all the things that she does because of that help the kingdom or the queendom in some way, and that gains her more fame over time and more renown in the Fae court. So who knows, she may end up becoming a bit of a legend, which I love. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, well, we're gonna have to fix her up so that she's looking fabulous, because she has all of the qualities she needs to for that. Let's just take a quick look at it. Look at how pretty she looks. She's such a pretty sim. My goodness. Look at her, those blue eyes, the pinkish hair. Oh, she is lovely. And we're gonna give her a makeover for sure, and then we'll kind of see her next to her mother, hopefully. Yeah, and that'll be quite fun, I think. So let me go do that. Now, I adore Morrigan. She's my favorite of the first generation, I won't lie. But I think her daughter looks prettier than her. I don't know. What do you guys think? I feel like Morida is prettier than her mother, which is great. And in that regard, I feel like Raven is also prettier than her mother. But, I mean, they've got beauty in, like, unique ways, because they don't look the same. They all look very different. And who's this guy? John Burb. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You look terrifying. But I'm going to give her a makeover, and then we'll be right back. And hopefully we can continue this celebration, because these guys are older, they have energy, they can party all night. So I'll be back in a bit. Here is Morida after her makeover. She's making a bit of a nasty face, and I'm not entirely sure what at, but we are gonna ignore that. She looks a lot more seductive now that she's older. She's got a bit more of a revealing kind of top going on here. And then she has some florals to cut a little bit of that in her skirt. I just feel like she's a sorceress, but she's not the sinister type. And she does have star qualities, so I do feel like she is gonna look like a certain way that's really appealing to males and females alike. So, you know, yes, partly her fame is going to be later on down the line to do with stuff that she's going to help out with, but it's also going to be with how attractive she is to everyone. At least that's the way I'm thinking of it in my mind. But let's take a look at him. Also, did I say him? I meant her. Also, I did give her, like, the little snake, what's it called, on the arm? I don't know what it's called. I probably would know on any normal day, but my brain is slightly fried. It's like 10:30 at night, but she's got the little snake that her mother normally wears, and I think I want possibly all of my, like, sorceress fairies to be wearing that, just as something maybe that is part of the uniform, kind of lets you know that they are a sorceress. So I really like that, her makeup is a bit darker as well now that she is older. She's got some green in the eyeshadow, and oh, don't make that nasty face, honey. She's a lovely sim. I don't know why she's so cranky. And then she's got, like, those dark green nails as well. So there we go. Definitely getting influenced a little bit by the princess, I think. Because, you know, our princess, she's setting up some really cool standards in terms of the scary kind of impactful look. So there we go. That is Morida. Let me know what you guys think about her. And I think I can let everyone go about the night, and we can chat a little bit about Marjorie, which I've been wanting to do the whole episode, and I'm so sorry it's taken me this long to finally get around to it. Look at how lovely she looks. She looks so cool. So cool. But you know what? I say that about all my Sims. I love all my Sims. I just can't choose between them. Well, yes, I guess I could. I chose Morrigan out of all the Generation 1s, but I mean, especially the kids, I just adore them. It doesn't matter how they look, they all look lovely to me, so... Anyways, Raven. Where'd you go, Raven? Because we need to talk about Marjorie. So, you guys have seen that Marjorie recently got very obsessed with those stones, and she was spending a lot of her dates with Raven at the library learning this old tongue that was associated with wherever the stones were. And she managed to learn enough of the language to decipher like the story of the stones, and essentially she managed to break down the fact that there used to be a circle of witches living there, and the ruins were actually a shrine to the other side. She doesn't know what the other side is. She just got the literal translation, which was other side. So that's a complete mystery right now. But somewhere along the lines of reading whatever those stones were, she cast a spell on herself, which transformed her into a witch. And she is currently the only witch in Dragon Valley, the first witch in Dragon Valley in a long time. So those circle of witches were I think the only ones, at least in the history that I have kind of going on, in my mind, they were the only practicing witches in the realm, and then something terrible happened, which Marjorie hasn't been able to make out, but something happened, and then the witches all destroyed themselves. So she's kind of the first that's been touched by the wild magic in that area, the remnants of wild magic, and now she's a witch. What is she going to do with that power? I don't know. But that's essentially what's been going on with Marjorie. And Raven, of course, she's keeping it on the down low. She's not letting the other members of the court know, because that's potentially something else that they would be concerned about. So, she's not wanting to ring any alarms or whatnot. She does care about Marjorie. She is quite affectionate of Marjorie. So, and she doesn't feel as though Marjorie is doing anything terrible. So, she's just being curious. And this is a side effect of being curious. So, she is going to keep it to herself. She encourages Marjorie in a certain way. Not to go and do weird things, but Marjorie's happy exploring the history of the world, and Raven's okay with that. Raven's like, why not? Why not? She likes her, so if she's gonna go on a rant about these ancient witches that died out, then sure, Raven's gonna listen. But that's all we have going on right now. I wonder if her being a witch is going to attract more witches to Dragon Valley or whatever else. We have some werewolves and we have some vampires in the valley that have slowly been spreading, but we are still predominantly made up of fairies. So that is like the other occults isn't something the Queen's ever been overly concerned about. But, yeah, that's all we have going on with Marjorie. She's the first witch of Dragon Valley in eons. So, that's kind of cool. Now, one thing that I don't think Marjorie has been sharing with Raven, because she doesn't entirely understand everything that's going on with her either, I think. But one of the things that she hasn't really been sharing with Raven is that before, that ruin seemed a bit ominous to her, right? I mean, but Raven can feel it too. They don't talk about it, but she can feel it too. That ruin is a little bit ominous, but before she was like a human, she wasn't in a cult, so she didn't feel as drawn to it as she does now. So because she's a witch, she's just more connected to that place, and something just keeps taking her back. And something's going to come of it. Something is going to come of that continuous return to that site, that place. And we're going to just quickly jump into the map so we can have a look at where that location is. So if you kind of go past the castle over here to this island, which is where kind of Hugh lived in this house over here. This is where Raven's father lived and Nessie's love until he died. And this is where Prince Callum was raised until he was a toddler. And then he was given to another adoptive family. But, oh geez, if you kind of just come up all the way to the edge of the island, this is where the ruins are. So this, the ruins aren't that huge, really. So it couldn't have been like a residence, and what Marjorie has worked out is that it was a shrine. So there we go. That's kind of what we have going on with our story for Raven and her academy sweetheart, and then all the birthdays for our ladies, which we have completed. Morada, you can go back home. You can go back home. You can head back home, honey. Yeah. Doesn't she look cool? They all do, to be honest, as soon as you give them a makeover, because they look so different from what you're used to. You have that bit of fascination towards them. But, okay. She's gonna head back home. I love the florals in her, skirt. Especially because I imagine, her as a sorceress using ingredients to make potions and, partially being covered in vines and flowers and stuff. So, I really like that. Really like that. But okay, guys, with that said and done, I'm going to leave off here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And I will see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye.